Are you okay, Snickles?
Yeah, just trying to find my cop drawers because it fell out of my bag.
No, but you're okay?
Oh, my bag is dirty. Okay.
All right, cool. Watching this John Milius lying crap. You know, it's interesting because I'm watching a story about John Milius, and I don't believe he hit a teacher, but that's supposedly Lucas said he popped a teacher in the mouth because they wouldn't show one of their film exercises or something. But I want to make a comment about the 70s, or going from the 60s, 1960s going to the 70s. This is like pre-Taxi Driver, and there were supposedly all the studios were closed down. There was really, Hollywood had fallen into the ocean. And these guys like Scorsese and Milius and stuff like that, especially Scorsese, they went ahead with Taxi Driver, even though there was really I think the studios were it was all dead. So they're like, there was nothing, it was like, why they would even go forward, they'd had to be a little bit crazy, but they did it anyway. Same with Milius, he's already made these horrible failures starting off, The Devil's Eight, and all this stuff, and he went forward and forward and forward because there was something else propelling them that had nothing to do with studio success or with money. That's why they kept doing what they were doing. I think we're in the same situation, even now in 2022. I think all the studios are dead. Even though they're there recirculating Marvel films, or they're there circulating these cheesy romantic films that are almost like soap operas. They got cheesy actors, and I hate to say some names. I don't want to cut down some people, but there's just some people that I actually went to school with. It's the same thing. It's still dead. If it's spiritually dead and there's nothing there, it's dead. But you're going to have people that are going to continue on with their projects. I'm going to try, believe it or not, with no money, hardly any money. We're talking about like $100. I'm going to try to pull off a short. And I think the heart and what I'm trying to do is far more than their biggest film that they have millions of dollars flowing into. I'm going to try to do it. I've got some avenues that I've done. And you got to remember, 3 years ago, I think it was 2019, I did 3 plays. Okay, I did this inside my apartment in Irving. And many actors showed up. There were some that were paid. Not everybody was paid, but some people got paid. And these were just readings that were released on SoundCloud that are in Berlin. You can only get them out of Berlin. Now, these are 3 plays that I actually did and wrote. Now, they're not the greatest plays in the world, but I still had the play readings and still went forward. Later on, there were some test features that I tried to do with some other Dallas actors and stuff. So I am currently going to go forward with a project. Now, I'm not going to tell you anything about when it's released. This alone here that I'm talking right now is the only press release that I'm releasing. I'm not going to the papers. I'm not going to any Village Voice. I'm not going to the Dallas Observer. I'm not going to the Fort Worth Weekly. I'm not going to the Fort Worth Star-Telegram. I'm not going to any magazine or anything. This is what I'm telling you about. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I have an idea. It's a 2-page script going into the 3rd page. So the software I was using went into a 3rd page, but it's basically a 2-page script. I'm leaving a heavy burden on the actors, and I'm going to try to get professional actors. I'm trying to get actors that are very good at improv. I'm going to have to talk to them on the phone. I'm going to have to schedule where we're going to meet. This is all top secret stuff, okay? You won't know where it's going to be filmed. It's not going to be filmed with 35 millimeter. I'm not that crazy. This will be done on digital. I'm a very good editor. I'm very confident that I can edit. I've been doing this stuff for consistently, I cannot believe it, but I've been doing these consistent edited vlogs for 2 years, okay? 2 years straight. Mostly not scripted, some stuff scripted. The Filmmakers is a script that we started off with. Our first, upload got 7,000. We're at 7,000 views on that, and that was just basically an improv. So I like the idea of improv. I'm a big fan of David Lynch. I know he's real big about the script, but I like the idea of improv. I just like that idea. I like other people's ideas. So I was watching this Milius thing, and I'm thinking, this guy came out of University of South California or whatever. I really don't care. I got to the point, I don't hate Hollywood, but I got to the point where I really don't care about other people's careers that much. So I'm excited that I'm going to try to find a way to do this. I know the avenue that I'm going to go down. I know it's going to be hard. I know it's going to be very difficult, and it's going to be very scary. But I got to do something. We started with Glorious Glow Hands. I put a hold on Glorious Glow Hands, and Glorious Glow Hands is very much almost like a student thing. But it's me kind of coaching Linda. It was basically a story about, they would use the term citizen sleuth or what you would say as I call it a humanity sleuth, like a detective. Only they have no involvement with law enforcement whatsoever. So they're from the citizen aspect, or they're just vigilante, or they're just basically human sleuths, looking at humanity, but also studying past murders. I'm not like feeling the best, So I've been thinking about life and the things that I want to do, and I want to try to do this. And we're talking about like a 10-minute piece. We're not talking about anything that's very lengthy at all. But the actors that I'm going to have to use, the actors that I'm going to have to get a hold of, because I'm going to a certain thing, I'm not going to talk about where I'm going to get them, they're going to have a little bit of talent. I'm putting a big burden on them because I'm only going to give them a little bit of direction and what the script is, right? I will tell you nothing about the script. It's there. I will not give you a title or anything. I'm not going to do it on this one. All I'm going to say is that I've gone from very complex to something very, very simple. I'm not worried about history. I'm not worried about trying to portray something that's political. This is an experiment in doing, is all it basically is, and just doing it, okay? So it's going to be tough. I'm going to try to get things at least launched by hopefully maybe October. If anyone, any artist wants to participate or help in any way, please do. Now, I did cut up Kevin Costner tonight. I'm not going to take that back. Okay? I am mad. I'm not very happy right now. But I'm not going to give up. So I'm going to continue on. I'm mad at a lot of people right now. And I'm mad at the whole idea of the stereotype and all this stuff. I'm mad at a lot of things. But I am hopeful. I can't wait to see Scorsese's Killers of the Flower Moon, which I think is going to be something. Hopefully, it could be a Best Picture. I may go to the theater to see that. Okay? I rarely ever go to the theater. I think I went to go see Irishman. I went to go see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I think that was probably the only two big ones. No. I think Daniel and I, who was one of the actors I found out in Dallas, I think we saw that Brad Pitt one where they're shooting on the moon and all this stuff. But I saw an advertisement for the other day. But anyway, we got through that one. But the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I think I saw that on my own. And I think Irishman, I saw it on my own. And then I saw it on Netflix. I dropped my Netflix. But I dropped my Netflix. I have to save every penny. But, it's sad. I'm watching Milius's career. It's inspirational because, he wanted to go out and die for his country, or he wanted to be a soldier, and they wouldn't allow him to, so he did it a different way, He went a different avenue. He could never be the thing that he wanted to be. In a way, in some aspects, it seemed like a cowardly route, even though it wasn't. It was triumphant and brave. But I think the reason why he wanted to go and die for his country, because he wanted to be a soldier that gave up his life so that other people could be free. And instead, he became a pretty amazing writer to give up, a dream that they wouldn't allow him to have. So he put that energy of wanting to be a soldier into his writing, meaning I believe he would have died for that stuff, And I've got to the point where it gets to that point that if you really love something, you're willing to give up your own life for it, And I at one time in my life, when I was probably about 27, I got into my sister's Camaro that she lent out, and I drove to Hollywood, and I lived there for almost a year. And to me, when I got into that Camaro, it was like getting into a spaceship, and I was launching myself out into, space, like to the moon. And I did not really expect to ever come back. I didn't know what was going to happen to me. I went on this great adventure that involved war. I ended up in New York. I ended up experiencing 9/11, and I ended up coming back. Okay, so that was my war. And all those people that were involved in that in some way were involved in a war that I went on. It wasn't a real war, okay? I didn't have, tactical gear, and it wasn't that kind of war. But it was still kind of a war. Every man has to fight a war. But you get to the point in life where, you don't get any recognition or medal. A lot of guys came back from Vietnam and they were called baby killers, and they probably were. I don't really agree with Vietnam. I don't agree with the Vietnam soldier. I think a lot of people were hurt in Vietnam. I think babies were killed. I think women were trampled on, and I think innocent men were probably killed for a cause that went nowhere. Okay, so I don't support war. I know John Millis is a big bang bang shoot 'em up, but it was coming from a place where when you were young and you dreamed and you wanted to go out and achieve something great, and someone at least he did that. But anyway, regardless, I'm going to continue on anyway. I think this country is cruel. I think it's cruel. I think it's gone to a dark, dark place. It's sad. I think now, because this country has become so evil, I think we have wrong filmmakers. We have bad ideas. We have wrong movie stars. We have bad ideas, okay? We have the wrong people holding the movie camera today. Almost all of them, okay? I don't think we're in a good place. I think back then, when we had the Terrence Malicks and the Scorseses and the Milius and stuff, I think there was so much rebellion, there was so much chaos in the country that these right people, that these people that were good, which is important to be, could be in control and could have the camera because they were good people that were out to make a good mission and to create something that was right to watch. We're not seeing that now. The wrong people are the producers. The wrong people today are the filmmakers. They're wrong today. We're getting nothing but trash. Almost all of it. And it's sad. I've heard Lynch in a review say art house cinema is dead. I agree. I think it is dead. I think we're in a lot of trouble. When art becomes crap, when it becomes just shallow crap, then we're in trouble. It's our country is not chaotic enough, really, in a way, for these good people to rise up. It's too controlled. And we're not in the 60s anymore. There was nothing but rebellion. We're headed, I'm afraid, into, I've been watching these documentaries about North Korea, and you can't see the lights, from above, from the satellites, and I'm just afraid that we're going to like a dark place. I think what came about me when I started this idea, and I'm not going to tell you the idea, but I said, I just tried this werewolf thing. I tried this screenplay about the fighter, and then it was going into a werewolf, and it turned into a werewolf thing. And I started watching all these vlogs, and people were playing innocent and using commercialism to make money. And I started watching Jordan the Lion and Adam the Woo and all this stuff, thinking, I got to find a way to make money. And that's when I found out that we're in a dark place, because money has become our god of our country. The United States worships money. We are a country and nation that bows down to money. And Trent Reznor warned us about this in some of his songs in maybe like the early 90s. I remember listening to it going, why does this make sense? You know, this God money. And it's sad. But that's why nothing has come out of Hollywood that's worth. It's all crap. It's soap opera crap. It's crap. There's a few little films that come out that can touch you a little bit, but it has become complete trash. And there's so many people that are given hundreds of millions of dollars a day to make more trash. So I'm going to try with this $100 that I may try to set aside. And I'm talking about $100. And I'm going to eventually, hopefully, on my channel, if you watch, hopefully there'll be a little short that comes up. It'll have a name, and you know it'll be different from the vlog. It'll be different from the vlog. And just like Glorious Glow Hands, which I'm very proud of, hopefully one day it'll be more developed. Now, for all of you that are laughing and think this is funny, don't watch it. I don't care. I seriously watch these movies that come out, and it makes me want to cry because it's such soap opera crap. It's just crap. It's just stupid. There's no heart in it. There's no, God's not involved in it. It's dead. Hollywood is pretty much, it's just dead. It's stupid. And I know what Scorsese's saying about the Marvel films and stuff. And it's cheapening everything, you know. I don't have a problem with Spider-Man. I don't have a problem with Superman and Batman and all this stuff. But calm down. Calm down. There's people out there. I mean, imagine if Terrence Malick said, hey, man, I got this really cool script about Badlands. Nah, we're just doing a thing about Superman. Sorry. Badlands is gone. We don't get Badlands. Goodbye, Terrence Malick. We're doing Superman instead, We'd never have a thin red line. We would never have, the other stuff that he's done. He's done so much, well, not so much stuff, but, the several other films. I mean, I'm not saying everything he's done. I think some of it falls into pretension. I'm not going to lie. I think some of it falls into pretension. But we wouldn't have had something that had heart. And it's because it's just dead. It's spiritual. Hollywood is spiritually dead. We've lost the war, and it's sad. But I'm going to go on anyway. I'm confident, and I know there's going to be some big releases. You watch the Oscars. It's like a joke, man. You got like 20 films that are all nominated. It's just a joke. They give out the wrong information, and the wrong people go up there to accept the wrong award, and then they got to turn them away. It's just a joke. But you know why I'm going to continue on? Because it's a joke. Hollywood's a joke. And I feel like I'm in the right spot. I'm in the right spot making a $100 film. There's another guy, I think he ran off from Hollywood. He went to Austin. He did some similar stuff. But it's so, you don't understand the situation that we're in right now. I understand, I can empathize what Roman Polanski probably went through when he had to escape the Holocaust and then start making movies. I can understand the situation, even though he was kicked out of our country. For, I guess, a fairly good reason, We have to judge and use discretion. We can't let people do whatever they want. But what I mean is that Roman Polanski was actually used for target practice by the Nazis, He was used as like target practice. And he became one of our most, he became an important filmmaker. Not the most, but I'm just saying. Anyway, I'm going to go see Killers of the Flower Moons. I'm stoked about that. I really appreciate Irishman. I don't think it's his best, but I appreciate it. And it kind of makes me mad that Scorsese was actually nominated for Departed. I think he should have got it for Taxi Driver early in the stage. Or I think he should have got it for Raging Bull or something. I'm making a point. Hang on. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that Linda has agreed to be kind of a organizer for me. And I think if you go back and you follow my channel, once upon a time, No. What did I call it? A once in a lifetime. I think that was a failure. I think From Now Until Morning was kind of a failure in a way. I think there was something there, but I think it was somewhat of a failure. And The Way of Man, I think that was kind of a failure. And because they're just not getting any attention. And then after The Way of Man, there was another one that I did. It's always the one that I have trouble with. That Side, which I liked a little bit better. I thought I was getting somewhere on That Side. When I worked with Corbin was an editor that was out in the Dallas Arts Institute. We did That Side at a train station. So we used a train station. And Danny, the brother of Johnny Whitworth, he actually helped with some of that. So I think I was probably getting somewhere. This one is reminding me more of That Side. I'm not going to give you the title of it. But I did write it. I wrote it the other day, and I told Linda, I said, look, we got it. We got to go do something for real. You know, the vlog is good. This is already a vlog right here, 20 minutes, starting with Milius and the vlog. I said, the vlog is good, but we've got to try to find a way to do some, not necessarily a feature, but at least a short that we can post up there and everything. So I can have a little bit of dialogue. I can go and edit. I can try something. And maybe use some people that have some talent and some actors and stuff. I just wanted to throw that out there. I'm not giving you any titles or anything yet. You'll find out about it eventually. Now, I think it's good if you're a filmmaker or you're an actor or something, you've been blacklisted or something, just keep going. Hollywood's not going to win. Hollywood's not going to win this game. They're going to lose the game. Hollywood's going to lose. Keep going, okay? You're not blacklisted. It's good to be blacklisted nowadays. It's a good thing. If you're blacklisted, heck yeah, man. Keep on going. These guys are evil. They have this money, and they're releasing this stuff. They're evil people. So do your good work and fight the good fight. All right? Get blacklisted and make the film anyway. All right? All right? Peace out. Peace out.